Welcome to QB1, presented by Reps VR, where we catch up with some of the very best and brightest young signal callers in the state of Texas. And we have a big one today. We are joined by QB1 of the Cedar Hill Longhorns. It is Kaidon. Kaidon, how you doing?
Doing good, sir.
And we are joined by the head coach of those Longhorns, Coach Carlos Lynn. Coach, how are you?
I'm good, Greg. Doing well.
Absolutely. Well, Kaidon, I want to start with you. Last year was a real breakout year for you. I think you were a name a lot of people knew, and then it was a name that you couldn't avoid by the time the season was over. From your perspective, what is it? Obviously, you want to keep taking that next step. What have you been focusing on this offseason as far as getting better?
I'm mainly getting my upper body more bigger. That's been a lot of things that recruits have said to me, that I need to get my upper body bigger. Probably my legs are way bigger than my upper body, so that's something I need to get bigger on. And, of course, you always have work that you need at quarterback position, such as getting the ball out quicker, your footwork, your vision, reading the defenses. All of that is just a lot of things that to work on at the quarterback position.
Coach, you have coached some really talented quarterbacks in your time. You've been around some really good signal callers. When you take a look at Kaidon, what is it about him? I can look at the film. I can look at the numbers. I can tell you he's good. What is it about Kaidon that you would say, as a guy who sees him every day in practice, what is it about him that makes him special?
Man, I think it's just his boldness and his confidence, and really in everything that he does. He's ultra competitive. From the moment that he walks into the building to the time that he leaves, he wants to do well. He wants to succeed. He wants to lead. He wants to do all the things that we need for a quarterback to do. So his leadership, but that confidence, and getting people to get in behind him and allow him to do what he does. I think gives him all of the tools and all of the things that we're looking for at our quarterback at Cedar Hill High School.
Kaidon, you had your pick of the litter when it comes to colleges. You had a lot of offers from a lot of big time schools. Back in May, you verbally committed to Tennessee. Can you let us in on maybe why Tennessee was the right fit for you?
It was big. It was real big going there. Most definitely, I was able to visit there before all of the COVID happened. I was the last recruit there when the COVID was happening. I was able to watch their spring practice to see how the coaches were coaching. I checked out the campus. The campus was beautiful. The coaching staff was amazing. I loved it. My parents loved it. So why not? I feel like I could fit in that offense, being coached behind those amazing coaches. That was real big on me. It just all the love with Tennessee is just, why not Tennessee?
Coach, obviously this offseason has been very strange, for reasons that I think are pretty obvious. But as a guy who, the season's coming and your guys are going to be on the field eventually playing, and there's not going to be any excuses when toe meets leather. How have you stayed connected with your guys during this time when you haven't been able to be together as much as you want?
Our staff has done a tremendous job of, taking care of their individual positions. These guys, they weekly, if not daily, get some type of contact by their position coaches. And, we are, in the bulk part of the pandemic, we were doing, wellness checks and just making sure that our guys were eating, if they needed anything and things of that nature. And our parents have done a tremendous job of communicating those things and keeping us abreast of what's going on in the young men's lives. So, I have to credit my staff for making sure that our young men were taken care of.
Kaidon, kind of a similar question for you. Obviously, you haven't been able to practice as much as you'd like with your guys. How have you stayed sharp? What have you been doing to make sure that you're still improving, even though the circumstances are a little different?
Of course, we still out here working. People have their own several personal trainers that they go to. Some guys going and work out by themselves. It's just all a hustle. I know me and the team, we all working out. I don't have to doubt nobody on our team. Just I know that everyone's working, and we all will be prepared if we do have this season.
Coach, one question that, when you go back to last year with Kaidon, obviously he had a tremendous year, a lot of great moments for him. Is there one that stands out that you would say, yeah, that's the Kaidon Salter moment from his junior season?
I would probably have to say the Lake Ridge game. Early on, Kaidon had threw a pick, and we had all of the reasons in the world to kind of hang our head down. We had a major turnover right there in the fourth quarter, and we had all but lost the ball game, and our defense got the ball back for us, and we had one opportunity, and Kaidon, he came through for us. He had Quinn Bratt. I forget what the play call was, but he hit him, and Q took it to the house. And I remember the statement that Kaidon made, and he said, "Y'all weren't gonna be able to blame this one on me." And that's the type of kid that he is. He wants, as the kids would say, he wants all the smoke in those situations, and that's what quarterbacks do. In adverse situations, they find a way to will their team to a victory, and he definitely did that night.
All right, Kaidon, I'm going to give you the last word here. That coaches and quarterbacks have really tight relationships, and I also know that coaches tend to have catchphrases. They tend to say the same things over and over and over. My question is, with Coach Lynn, what's the thing you hear most at practice from Coach Lynn? If you were to make a doll that you pull the string for Coach Lynn, what would it be?
Probably finish. That's ever since one thing that says a lot is to finish. You start the game, you got to finish the game just like you started it, or you have to do better than how you started the game. But finish is a word that coach uses all the time. Coach,
do you have any rebuttal, or is he spot on?
No, especially after last year, this off season, that was our word, finish. After the guy game and just having it just slip through our fingers, man. What does I do, Greg? This game of football, it'll teach you every year if you're willing to listen. And that was our battle cry. Going through the off season and through boot camp was the finish. So I'm pretty sure they did hear that quite often from me.
He's Carlos Lynn. He's the head coach of the Cedar Hill Longhorns and QB1 for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. It is Kaidon Salter. Guys, really appreciate your time. Best of luck in 2020. We'll be talking down the road.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.